The National Weather Service Operations Center, the NOC, was established as one of the National Weather Service pilot projects. This brief presentation will provide you with some background on the NOC, the roles and responsibilities of the NOC, as well as its relationship with the Western Region ROC. NOC personnel work a nominal 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. They will extend to 24-hour-a-day shifts should conditions warrant. Quite simply, the role of the NOC is to facilitate the flow of information up the chain. Their responsibility is to keep National Weather Service and NOAA management aware of significant hydrometeorological events, the impacts of those events on the local population and infrastructure, and the forecast, warning, and decision support services provided by the local offices related to those events. The NOC provides several types of email and in-person briefings. Some are routine, but many are event-driven. Additionally, the NOC often must respond to short-fused requests from National Weather Service or NOAA leadership for information. We'll talk a little bit about some of those types of reports and the role the ROC plays in supporting the NOC in the development of these reports in subsequent slides. An important part of the NOC responsibilities is to work closely with the ROC to gather information. The NOC has established a significant event chat room for communication with the regional ROCs. We often exchange information with the NOC via this mechanism. This is also a venue for the NOC to ask us questions about specific events. During the day, the ROC duty officer will have this chat room open at all times. Also, when the ROC duty officer is monitoring during the evenings or on the weekend, we will often log into this chat room as a way to monitor happenings and share information with the NOC. The NOC is also responsible for establishing relationships and identifying the weather, water, and climate-related needs of federal partners. Of course, the big partner that they currently have is FEMA. NOC personnel will conduct interviews with national media and are also responsible for updating the National Weather Service Facebook and Twitter pages, as well as writing the headlines that appear on the main weather.gov page. The bottom line, the NOC activities are weather dependent. When something is happening, they are often responding to requests for information from Weather Service and NOAA leadership. In many cases, they will reach out to the appropriate regional ROC to help support their activities. One of the daily responsibilities of the NOC is to support the morning stand-up briefing attended by senior managers at National Weather Service headquarters, including the National Weather Service Director and Deputy Director. The NOC provides information on significant impacts from the previous day, as well as a look ahead at upcoming significant events. The ROC supports this responsibility by providing a daily situation report to the NOC. We deliver our report by the close of business. We use existing products, information, and services already delivered by field offices to highlight upcoming significant events, decision support activities engaged in by the field offices, and a summary of significant impacts which may have already occurred. As the stand-up takes place at 7:45 a.m. Eastern Time, which is 5:45 a.m. Mountain Time, we deliver our input by the close of business the previous day. However, the ROC duty officer does monitor conditions during the evening. If there is a change in the forecast or a new report of significant impacts, we will update our situation report to the NOC in the evening, in time for them to include the information in their morning briefing. As I mentioned previously, National Weather Service or NOAA leadership may request a briefing on an expected or ongoing event. Some examples include a landfalling hurricane or a larger severe weather outbreak. When requested to deliver a briefing, the NOC will often reach out to the appropriate regional ROC for support and information. From our perspective, we try and minimize the impact to the field offices by using the existing products, information, and services you have already delivered. Unfortunately, there are times when we cannot avoid asking for your input. When the NOC is tasked to deliver such a briefing, they often have a very short turnaround and little time to prepare. So when they come to us for information, we have even less time to respond. As I said, we try and keep as much of that away from the field offices as possible. The NOC has some routine responsibilities in addition to providing information at the daily morning stand-up. Monday through Friday, they issue a daily weather summary. This summary is delivered via email and includes forecast maps of surface features for today and tomorrow. Additionally, they include bullet points regarding potential significant events for today and a synopsis of significant events which happened yesterday. The daily situation report that the Western Region ROC issues is also used by the NOC as input to this daily activity. The NOC is also responsible for developing the headlines which appear on the weather.gov main page. Information delivered by the ROC to the NOC in our daily situation reports, as well as information we may provide in anticipatory or significant event reports, is used by the NOC to help develop these headlines. The NOC also issues a series of event-based reports via email to Weather Service, NOAA, and Department of Commerce leadership, as well as other federal agencies and even the White House. These event-based reports may be for a single event, the traditional FTR type information, or they may issue a series of reports for a large, significant event whose impacts span several days. In both of these cases, the information the NOC uses in their reports are supplied in large part by the ROC. Similar to event briefing requests from the National Weather Service and NOAA leadership, the NOC will sometimes receive requests from management for an email report on a specific topic. Again, the NOC often has little time to develop and deliver the requested report. They will reach out to the regional ROCs for support. An example of this type of report occurred in July when the NOC was asked to put together an email report on drought impacts. They reached out to the regional ROCs for supporting information with a requested response time of about 2 hours. In many cases, we try and develop information without impacting the field offices. Sometimes we need to reach down for additional information. Our short turnaround times are dictated by the request from the NOC, who in turn is responding to our request from leadership. If you have any questions about the NOC or the relationship between the NOC and the Western Region ROC, please don't hesitate to contact the Western Region ROC. Thank you.